It would help if I unmuted myself. Hi and welcome everybody. We're back. We're doing wine and chats again. And you should never do them on the weekend. But you know, life is always full of mysteries on when we're gonna do things anymore. So I am here on a very lovely early morning. Hopefully my dog doesn't bark too much today. Shh. You know, dogs can't go past cords. It cracks me up. It's like this tiny little cord. You could go under it. I had to lift it for him. Shh. Go on. So today I'm going to go ahead and talk about all the different events that we have already announced, what we have remaining for this year. So feel free to ask questions as I'm going along. Oh, quick reminder, if you're watching this on Facebook and I can't see your face or name, go ahead and click where you're watching this. It should be streamyard.com/Facebook. I believe is the link. And you just have to give them permission so that I can see your lovely face and name. If you don't want to do that, no big deal. You can go ahead and just put your name at the end so I know who I'm talking to. Hi, Catherine. Good morning. Long time no see. Well, I can't really see you, but you can see me. We had Patreon. Our Patreon Zoom, our monthly Zoom, this past Tuesday. I always love seeing everybody's faces and like getting some new folks on there. I think we had one new person, maybe. It always fluctuates, but it's always a fun time. Hi, Anne-Marie. So I know for a fact, Anne-Marie, I'm backwards, always freaks me out. So Anne-Marie's coming to our NOLA retreat, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Both of our teachers have been announced. One of the classes have been announced. And then we should have at least one more major project to announce for that one, as well as some mini projects. We call them our Sunday hangover classes because, well, we like to go out and enjoy the town of where we're at. And of course, in New Orleans, we're going to go eat beignets. So either you got sugar coma and you need you have sugar hangover, or you're having alcohol hangover. So either way, we make Sunday very relaxed and fun. Hey, sir, quit. Yes, NOLA is a blast. Oh, okay, it's Kathy. Hi, Kathy. I'm sorry you can't remember. Just tell me it's you whenever you're commenting so I know it's you. Hi, Barb. Yes, you can also watch us, by the way, from YouTube land. I know some folks like to put it on their TV, and that you can do YouTube on your TV, which is really cool. So join us on YouTube occasionally. Oh, and subscribe over there. We finally hit 1,000 people. Oh, speaking of YouTube, we're getting ready to launch the recap video from Florida 2023, So Magical Expo. Sorry if I sound a little rough. This is first people I'm talking to today besides my son. But we're getting ready to launch the recap video. So I'm very excited. Tony, our videographer, sent it to me last night. I have not looked at it yet, but when Tony sends me something, it's extremely rare that I say, oh, can you change this or tweak this? I usually just say, okay, great, thanks. He's also done some really cool things. He's given us a bunch of short videos. I think I've posted one or two so far. We posted on our TikTok first, then over on our Reels. And then after the Reels, so Reels is on Instagram, and then we do Instagram, Facebook. And then I figured out you can put them on YouTube too, the shorts. So I'm going to try to get YouTube shorts going. And this is why everything I said I was going to accomplish this week did not happen. We did not open the swag shop, but we got inventory done. Thankfully, my mom did that for me while I was out at the Sohana retreat in California, which was so freaking fun. I'll talk about that too later. But inventory is done. So we should have the swag shop open by early mid next week. And so that includes our spirit jerseys, joggers. I'm looking over there because the inventory room's across the hall from here. Duckies. We have VIP swag bags. They're empty, but they're the big totes that everybody's been loving. I have some from both Tennessee, the orange ones with the music notes all over it, and I have some from Florida that are the teal color with the palms. So I'm going to list those on the site. If you ordered pre-order fabric, that order has been put in with my supplier. It looks like it's good. It's going to go past the the 9-10 week mark potentially. There's just some issues lately with customs, which is always fun. Catherine says, I didn't go into a password. Go on, doggy. Find StreamYard in the group and log in there. It doesn't ask me for password. I can't say that I've ever had to do it myself because I think people are just now catching on to using StreamYard for their stuff. So sorry if I look like I'm distracted. I moved, and so I don't have my backdrop up yet. I need to find a good like space to hang the backdrop to do the live so that y'all don't have to see my equipment in the background. Oh, I just saw somebody tag saying about the VIP bags. Yes. So I'm still in transition of getting all that set up and everything working. But also there's a window right here, hence the very nice lighting. I don't have to use my ring light if I do my lives during the day now, which is great because you could always see it on my glasses. It bugged me. But yeah, it's very distracting. And this is why Zeus is sitting right there because this is his lookout spot. He watches everybody. Okay. Ooh, I'm glad y'all love the totes. Yeah, Texas was a different tote bag. We had done all those ourselves. Miss Becky had went and pressed the VIP logo onto every single one of those bags, which was amazing. But it became so many VIP bags that it just became too much. And the cost ended up being cheaper to get it from a supplier and having them print all over, which is mind-boggling to me. So, and then once I went that big of a bag, everybody was so happy that I was like, okay, now I can't go back to the smaller bags again. I have to keep doing these huge VIP bags. But everybody loves them. They're a great shopping bag. And they're canvas, which is so nice. Hi, Lorraine. Did I say it right? Lorraine, right? Okay, so in wine and chat manner, like I'm sitting here just rambling away today. What's everybody drinking? I know I was getting the comments about, oh, we're starting drinking early. And so the people on here that are actually drinking, I wanted y'all to feel, okay about it because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I do have a rum and Coke today. Oh my gosh, I love this cup. Deanna from Anna Sky. Her husband's been posting in the Facebook group lately about his Kickstarter for his zombie book that he's coming out with. But Dina teaches the epoxy classes at SME, but she got me this cup at Florida SME. And so after 5 o'clock every day, this is what the cup I transition to for like my water or whatever spicy water I put in it. But it's so funny. It's hilarious. It looks, several people thought I was carrying around a Lysol can. And then if you get a chance, like find this, they sell them on Etsy. I don't know what it's under. I know Deanna had sent me the link. So if I find it, I'll post it. But on the back, it's hilarious about the directions for use. I won't say it on here because I hope one day to actually get monetized on YouTube. And I would like all my previous lives to be available for monetization. So but yeah, what's everybody drinking on? I like how I post that and everybody goes dead silence in the comments. I see no comments whatsoever. So, but that's what I'm drinking on. Good morning. I'll do one more quick reminder. If I can't see your face or name, go ahead and click streamyard.com/Facebook so I can see it. If not, just tell me who's chatting with me this morning. Yes, extra bags will be in there. Milk with toast, Kathy. That sounds are you dipping the toast in your milk? That's the first thing I thought of when you said that. Sorry. While the rest of y'all are coming on and telling me what you're drinking besides milk with toast. Although it also reminds me of that cereal, French toast crunch cereal. So good. Ooh. Okay, see, look, I'm not the only one over here. Okay. I am the only one currently drinking right now. That's great. I'm just gonna sip it slowly. We have a Halloween parade tonight in our neighborhood, and that's at like 7 o'clock. So we're gonna go. I have some people coming over to hang out, and it's like 1 block from my house, which is super convenient. Caramel mocha coffee. Yummy. Do you make it yourself? I'm always impressed by people who can make fancy coffee at home. I don't drink coffee often. I make an exception to that. Whenever I'm with Lauren and we're hanging out together, I always end up drinking coffee. It's very funny. Or on travel, I typically do it. Jennifer from Jubilant. Hi, how are you? I thought you were working so hard during the paint and sip. I've got coffee brewing and added some Kahlua. Yummy. Kahlua is so yummy. See, I would drink more coffee if I had Kahlua in my house too. I thought you were working so hard during paint and sip. Oh gosh, the one at SME. The one at SME, I was running around still, but I definitely was sorry, I totally lost my train of thought because then I was thinking, I was like, the only other paint and sip that I attended was besides at my expos is the one at So Haunted, which was the first time I've got to sit down and actually do one of those, let alone one with Lily, the Lily of Lily of the Arts. That it was so much fun and it was so cute. And I want a ribbon. I don't have it yet because several of the items were large from the retreat and Melanie was very gracious. Her and Lily packaged up the large projects like our painting, our black rose wreath, and gosh, what else did they ship for me? I don't remember. But I was afraid to ship my witch hat. So I wore it in the airport, and the looks I got in the airport wearing this super cute witch hat was hilarious. I should go grab it so y'all can see it, but it's in the other room. It is so fun. Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's fine. Hey, can you bring me my witch's hat that's behind my sewing machine? It actually makes a really cute Halloween decor too if you're not wearing it. Oh, you thought I was, because I was running around with the Lysol. No. Okay, don't throw it. Just hand it to me. Okay, thank you.
I'll toss it.
So this is my witch's hat. She provided us with a bunch of floral and different things. Oh, and Gabby from Wonderground got one of the spiders. She's like, there's only one. I was like, oh man. But then we found one more. So I put him on the back there. It is so cute. So I walked around the airport like this. It was very entertaining. Because like, here, can I get all in frame? But I walked around the airport like this. And gosh, what was I wearing? I had like a Spirit jersey on, but then with the green hair. So the looks I got were very different. I either got like, nice cool hat, that's awesome. And they were giggling at me. Or it was like one lady, I swear, was going to start, I don't know. She looked like I was an actual witch and that I was gonna cast a spell on her. She looked like she was clutching her pearls. It was hilarious. So now I got hair. But yeah, that was super fun. Oh, and our pillow. And I used this to sleep on the plane with, our little coffin pillow. It was so cute. She gave us like a little template too for it. Good morning, Roberta. Okay, Lorraine's not drinking anything yet because she's walking her dog. Mernon? Yeah, I want to know who this is. Who said Mernon? I've never been told that, but it took me a second because I was like, did they mistype Merlin? Nope. That's funny. Okay, so now that we're over what we're drinking on, I'm gonna pull up my other banners. Okay, so the next event that we have coming up, it's Hannah. Hi, Hannah. Slacker over here. You get over here and get to work. Just kidding. If y'all don't know, Hannah's one of the SME employees who has also become one of the in-house employees for doing like swag and stuff and helping with inventory and just, helping me organize everything that is ridiculous in my house. Okay, so the next event is the last one for 2023, which is our So Magical at Sea. We are going back on the Mariner of the Seas. We're going out of Port Canaveral again, but we did this one differently than the May one we're bringing sergers and sewing machines. I'm going to have 3 full 6-foot pallets worth of machines and equipments and things like that on this cruise. Excuse me, hold on. I don't think you can get demonetized by showing the word, can you? I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. Nobody report me for having this cup, please. Anyway, so we're Salty Sews is Sarah and Debbie are teaching 3 classes on the sergers, which is a lot, but it is really fun project. So you sew on the 2 days at sea. It's a great schedule where we give you like a 2-hour lunch break. We don't start too early in the morning. We don't do 8 a.m. on the retreats and the cruises. We have a ton of open sewing time as well in the evenings, and if you want to stay during the lunch. But the serger classes are really fun. We're using for a serger 101 type class, we're doing the wrap. I don't remember what I called it, but it's you get your chiffon, and it's super easy. It's probably the only class that I don't know. I think we're not cutting it. I think we're cutting it in the class because we wanted to show you can leave it squared or you can leave it like curved, and you can kind of stylize it yourself. But it's a really great intro to how to use the serger and things like that. So if you've never used one, or if maybe you feel like you might be uncomfortable on the sergers that we provide, which yes, they're all provided for you. You don't have to bring anything on this except for we'll tell you to bring your own seam ripper and small snips and things like that. But so we're doing the chiffon class as a serger 101, which will be really, really quick and simple. And it's body inclusive, which I love. Anybody could wear this and still look super cute. And the other one is we're doing the hoodie class, the hooded raglan. I think it's hooded raglan shirt or something like that. It's a very lightweight. It's very Florida friendly hoodie. Say that 5 times fast. And we're going to whip that up in both some Salty Sews fabric and some SMAS fabric. There's going to be lots of fun options. Also, gender inclusive, size inclusive. It is great because it's a loose fit one. I never really get to go take classes, but this month I decided to go take all the classes. Salty Sews had a soft opening of their clubhouse, and they did a class out of it, and it was the hoodie class. So I whipped up 2 during that time because I also wanted one, and I did one in bamboo lycra, one in bamboo French terry, and they're super cute and they're super comfy, and I'm shocked I'm not wearing it right now, but I did wear them both during my trip to California. So we're wearing Oogie today because I was feeling very green and Halloween-y. Hopefully it gets cool tonight. See, like I'm getting distracted by the people walking by. There's a dog park down the street. I got to take Zeus. Apparently there's another King Corso owners in the neighborhood. Okay. Sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. Okay. They're teaching the hoodie class. And then also, and by the way, it has pockets. Who doesn't love pockets? But the 3rd class is going to be a stress-free sundress. Man, we made these names really complicated. And that one, we don't have the picture of up yet because they are combining, like they're making a very unique pattern for it. They're like kind of combining a couple because again, we wanted it to be size inclusive, comfortable. Because when you say sundress, you assume like spaghetti straps and everything, but we wanted it to be where folks who don't like that have the option of like a thin shoulder strap. I don't know how to describe it, but still super fun. So 3 serger classes, lots of great options on there. And then Leslie from Joe Lely Creations is going to be teaching with us. Very excited. She's going to be teaching I believe it's called the Family Organizer. It's like a passport wallet from Lynn's Handmade. It's a Lynn's Handmade pattern. She gave us approval to use that, so we're super excited. But that one's going to be really fun and easy class, and those will be done on our sewing machines. Again, provided for you. Very excited. And that's going to be really, really fun as well. I'm excited to have her on the cruise as one of our teachers. And then we have Lauren Mormino from Sewing with Lauren or Mormino. She will be teaching a bag class. It will be a tote bag and a zipper pouch. So people can actually fold up the tote bag, put it in the zipper pouch. She's got some really fun things. So she's working on what those prototypes would look like. And I'm very excited about it. It's a new pattern. I don't know if she's going to release it or not, honestly, but she's been sending me the sizing and the instructions. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make one of these. And then I might make like a twist on it too, but I want to make some out of the SMAS fabric. But I think it'll be really cute. I'm very much looking forward to going to a beach in December and the water not being freezing. I mean, it'll be cold, but not freezing. So yeah, so there's a total of 5 classes. You'll walk away with 5 projects, 3 clothing and 2 bag-esque type classes. So you get a lot of bang for your buck. We also have a welcome aboard party that we do the first night we get on. We do it before dinner, so everybody gets to know each other and meet each other. It's really fun. It's one hour of open bar, like open bar, and they make these specialty drinks just for our party, which are super, super fun and super yummy. So you get it. So even if you don't have the drink package, you get an hour free of drinking on me. And there's hors d'oeuvres, and last time we had a DJ. So sometimes we'll get a DJ, sometimes we get live music, like a band. It all depends on who the entertainment is available on the cruise ship. But it's really fun. And then we all go to a group dinner. So every night we have a section of the restaurant for our group alone. You don't have to come each night. Some people came some nights. Some people didn't come at all. Some people came every night. I'm always there because I like hanging out with everybody and getting to mingle. So they are kind of like assigned seating, but some people did switch around as well because they wanted to get to meet people and hang out with different people each night. So that's really fun. And then we have 2 ports. We're going to Cozumel, Mexico, which is my literal favorite port. We're going to do a fabric field trip. There is a sewing store on the main strip. It's walking distance, but we're not providing transportation or anything. I'm just going to kind of like be one of those people with the flags at Disney that you see. I'm going to be like, we're walking this way. So if you want to come find, like, it's my favorite fabric store, but it's also, you don't have to go into the city. You don't have to take a car. We do suggest, though, that if you have mobility issues, to get a scooter, or there's some taxis that you can take. And it's really only like a couple minute drive. It's maybe like a 15-20 minute walk ish. But you don't have to do that, but the option's going to be there, and we're going to go there and shop. It's very, very cheap. And keep in mind, everything there is in pesos. You can pay in dollars. But then they typically charge you like a conversion fee on top of it. But it's extremely cheap, and you get some really cute. So, and the chiffon there, oh, so good. And then if anybody wants to join me, we're going to go over to Poncho's, which it was my grandma's favorite restaurant in Cozumel when her and my grandpa would cruise all the time, and my grandpa would still go there after my grandma passed. But if y'all don't know, my grandma's who I attribute everything this company to, because if she hadn't taught me how to sew and craft at a very, very young age, then I wouldn't have decided one day to say, okay, screw it, I'm going to create a sewing company. But yes, so we're going to go in honor of my grandma and go have some really yummy margaritas. They're huge. But the food is amazing. One of the times that we went there, I actually went with my grandpa. They had like a marimba player up there, and they were doing music, like live music. And my grandpa got up there with they put it's a sombrero, right? Is that the right name? Like the big hat? They put it on him, and he was sitting there pretending to play. It was so cute. So I'm really excited to go back and kind of have good memories about my grandpa too. Good morning. If I can't see your face or name and you're watching from Facebook, go ahead and click where you're watching this. Oh my goodness. Dang. The dog pulled the cord. Okay, you got to go now, sir. Go on. But anyway, sorry. Y'all got jostled around. Sorry if you have motion sickness issues. I lost my train of thought altogether. The damn dog. So yeah, wherever you're watching this, go ahead and click the link so I can see who you are. If not, just put your name at the end of this so I know. So hello. Hi, Teresa. Anyway, so that's the next and last 2023 So Magical event that we're doing this year. So I'm super excited. If you are on the cruise and you haven't received your email from Royal Caribbean, several people are saying they didn't get it, which is it's odd, and like they're not getting in their spam and junk. So I've been telling them one by one who's missing their email, and it's driving me nuts. So I'm hoping they get that corrected. But yes, so sign-ins have already started. I haven't even signed in yet, which is probably not good, because the only thing that signing in like the first night really does is get you onto an earlier boarding group. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the ship ain't leaving. Well, the ship will leave without you, but as everybody's gonna get on the ship as long as they're there. So hi, Shannon. Hi, Indy. Oh, hello from Indy. It's Jean. I'm going to Mexico. I know. Oh, yeah. And the other port that we're going to is Royal Caribbean's really large private island. It's the Perfect Day at Coco Cay is what it's called. I've never been to that one, but I've heard amazing things about it. There's, I think your food is included on that island. If you have your drink package, I believe that works on the island. There's a bunch of water slides, there's cabanas, there's floating cabanas. There's so many different things at that island. So I'm really excited to go and hang out and get to meet more people. I think the best part about the retreats and the cruises are getting the one-on-one time with people. It's not this huge event like the expos where I don't get to talk to anybody literally the whole time, and it's very sad. But it's great because you get to just meet people, and you get to finally build a connection, and it makes me happy. Like at my retreats, I think I've built several friendships out of it, and I just love it. Coco Cay has the largest water slide. Do it. I don't know if I'll be doing that. Fun fact, shockingly, I'm sure I'm afraid of heights. I will get on roller coasters, but water slides still weird me out a little bit. There's no straps. I need a strap. I need to be strapped into something. Hi, Louise. You're definitely not late. I definitely did not think about my poor West Coasters in mind when I said I'm going to do a 10:30 live on a Saturday. So if you're having coffee right now, cheers. Okay, so that's So Magical at Sea. We do still have a few spots left on that. So if you're interested, you have to pay in full at this point. You can't do payments. You do need to pay in full for both your SMAS pass and your cabin. We do have discounted cabin rates. In our rates for December So Magical at Sea, it includes your gratuity. So if you try and compare it to online, it's not going to match up. It's going to look like we might be higher because our taxes, fees, and all your gratuities are already built into our price. For the Alaska cruise, we also decided to add in a Wi-Fi package for everybody on me, because I learned after the May cruise that everybody having Wi-Fi in case we have to, make some changes to classes is really beneficial. So everybody gets one device for free. If you want more, you do have to pay. That's the Alaska cruise. On the December cruise, everybody still needs to get Wi-Fi, and I highly recommend getting it for at least one device. I had to, on our May cruise, we got rerouted several times because of medical emergencies. And at first it was fine. It didn't affect when our classes were going to be until they switched our port days with our sea days. And that's when we have classes at our days at sea. And so I had to get with the people at Royal Caribbean on the ship, and they helped me set up a voice message to send to everybody's cabin the night that it changed, because I couldn't get the Facebook message out or an email out to everybody because not everybody had internet. It was insane, but it was really fun. And then also half the people didn't hear it, because who actually listens to the voice message in your hotel room, let alone your cruise cabin? So it was interesting. But yes, couple spots still left on that. So I highly recommend signing up for that now, so that you can go ahead and sign in. Yeah. And get everything set up. Okay, so the next event that we have isn't going to be until March of 2024, March 22nd through the 24th. I'm super stoked. We're going back to NOLA. Oh, great. Real quick, there's a question about the cruise for December, or either cruise. If you have a non-sewing person, like they're just going to be in your cabin, you just have to pay for your cabin for, whatever occupancy. So if it's you and that person, you get a double occupancy cabin. They don't need a SMAS pass. only the people who are participating in the classes are going to need that pass. Alaska, we did it a little bit differently. We do have, we also have a bring your own machine option. So if you do want to bring your machines on, you're more than welcome to. But, oh, there's a blue jay. Sorry. Squirrel. Blue jay. But on the Alaska cruise, it's a little bit differently. We do have a no class pass for folks who want to do, you can do open sewing, you can participate in our parties, and you get like all the swag that's included, but you don't take the classes. Some folks came and didn't really want to be on the classes. They just wanted to be with their friends, their sewing friends. So we decided to give like a really low discounted rate on that, to where you still get all the fun perks without having to take the classes if you don't want. But if they're not sewing at all, not participating in anything, they still will be part of our group dinners, but they don't need a SMAS pass. They can just be in your cabin, and you just get a cabin appropriate for your group size. It was definitely an adventure, Glenn. I'm glad you signed it with Glenn too, and not Jen, because I'd be like, which Jen? There's 50 of y'all. Oh gosh, I'm hungry. It's 11 o'clock. It's past my lunchtime. Okay, so the next one coming up is NOLA. We do have tickets on sale already for this. You can do it all at once and pay for it all, or you can do the monthly payment options, which we love offering that for folks of different budget types. I love paying everything in payments. That's just me. So yes. Where was I going with that? Okay, our teachers for that are going to be Nicole from Sonar. She is coming to teach on this retreat. I'm very excited. My green-haired sister over there. And she's going to be teaching the coffin wallet from Seemingly Wicked, but she's doing a modification version. So you'll get the pattern still. You'll get the pattern still, but you will be learning some really fun mods with Nicole. So it's definitely still unique, one of a kind, even if you've made it before. 10 out of 10, recommend it. And best part is, if you came to the last NOLA retreat, now you have a wallet that will match your coffin sling tote we made from the last one. And then Salty Sews will be teaching as well. And they're going to be teaching a clothing-based pattern that they were all still working on. So we'll get that out to y'all as soon as it's available. And then we'll have our Sunday hangover classes, either from beignet, sugar crashing, or from alcohol, or from just staying up too late and having fun. Because we do go out on Bourbon and we explore. We did Jackson Square on Saturday night, got beignets, cafe au lait, and some of us stayed out and walked all over Bourbon. Let's just say that. It was a lot of fun. What happened in NOLA stayed in NOLA. There was a lot of fun things though. And so it's a different level of fun depending on what you're comfortable with. And oh yeah, and we also got a tour for everybody. So I'm working on, I have a new tour group person that I'm working with to give some really good options. So we gave a couple options, people voted, and then I think everybody but one or two people went on the tour, which was really cool. So we got a fun group rate for everybody. But yeah, Sunday hangover projects. So you'll do a total of at least 3 to 5-ish projects. It's really relaxing, really fun. We do have a welcome party on the first before classes. No, we start classes, then we did the welcome party. I don't know. I'm still finalizing the itinerary for this one, but there will be a welcome party in typical SME fashion. We always have to have a party to kick things off and for everybody to get to hang out. So that'll be really fun. Tickets are on sale on the website. Please check that out. Please get your seat in. It is a capped event because of the size of the room and everything. Oh, and we're at a new hotel this time. We're not going back to the same one. We're going one block over to the Hotel Indigo, which I'm really excited about. They're kind of like a boutique hotel, but really, really nice. And the meeting space is just perfect. I'm really excited for that one. And we will have pop-up shop, of course, from myself, Salty, and Nicole from Sonar. So we're going to have pop-up shop for that one. I can't wait. All right. Any questions on NOLA? Oh, yeah. What are things? Oh, by the way, for NOLA, there are 2 options as well. There is a all-included one where we bring the machines for you. And then we will also have a bring your own machine option as well at a lower price. So what things are needed if we have the machine pass? So if you have the one where it includes all the machines on any of our cruises or retreats, about a month, 2 weeks to a month prior, let's give myself some grace here. We will tell you everything that you would need to bring because it is project specific sometimes. Typically, when we bring the machines, we provide the thread, your needles, bobbins, all that fun stuff. Sometimes we'll say, you know, bring your own thread if you want something specific. You know, bring your snips, bring your clips or your pins, bring your seam ripper, any like little tools, marking tools. Sometimes we'll tell you to bring, you know, one of the small rulers. Sometimes we'll provide it, but again, it all kind of varies on the different retreats and cruises, depending on our projects and kind of what I'm able to bring. Because the cruise gets a little hairy, so I have to get approval for a lot of things. So sometimes on the cruises, I provide more than I would at, you know, say NOLA, where I have to shove it all in my van, and sometimes I can't bring everything. But yes, so yeah, and like things like irons and cam presses, if we need them, I provide those for shared use in the group and things like that. So great question. I'm going to keep chugging along. The next one is Enchanted Cosplay Getaway. This one is cosplay specific retreat. I'm very excited. I'm partnering with Famore on this one, Sebastian and Brent over there. And we have such amazing teachers. We are getting their headshots in and we're going to be announcing those soon. I'm running a little behind on that one. But it's going to be in Asheville, North Carolina. We are going to do some really fun things at the Biltmore estate as well. And you will have the option to either have your photo taken by a professional, or you can bring your own selfie stand and do some really, the property and the grounds and the house are just gorgeous and really, really great for so many types of cosplays. I've seen people do like Alice in Wonderland themes for the gardens, historical costuming, futuristic ones work kind of cool there too, depending on how you kind of spin it. So, but this will be similar to the style that we do So Bagical, in which it'll be multiple classrooms going on at once, and not one. And it will have, we will have a machines provided option, and we'll also have a bring your own machine option. It will be a base ticket, and you will essentially get to pick your classes in the order which you would desire them, because we can't get everybody in all the classes. There's so many great ones. Oh, I'm so excited. I can tell you who the teachers are if anybody's interested. So we have Casey Renee from Casey Renee Cosplay. She is taught with us at So Magical, Tennessee. We absolutely love her. I'm very excited to have her back. And then we have new teachers to SME, but not new to Famore, is Pros and Cons are coming. They are a sister duo. They're amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna stop gushing. I'm like meeting cosplay celebrities over here, and I just love my job. So you can follow them as well. And then they're a duo, so that's 3 teachers. And then we have another duo, which is Cowbutt Crunchies. I freaking love their name. They are also a duo, and they're going to be teaching some amazing things. So it'll be both sewing and non-sewing, and it will be a variety of different skills that can help you build a cosplay. Sir, can you stop chewing the bone? He's like chewing one of those Kong bones, and you hear that rubbery sound. It's like nails on a chalkboard sometimes. Yes, I'm very excited for the cosplay one. I've been wanting to do a very cosplay specific event for a while. And then when Famore came and said, hey, we want to do this, I'm like, yes, let's do it. So it's great because it kind of bridges the gap for both of us. They have so many great connections in the cosplay world, and I just really like putting on events. So it was a great team, and it's been really fun working with them. So we will both me, So Magical, and Famore will be at Holiday Matsuri, which is a Comic-Con here in Orlando, Florida. It'll be at the Orlando World Marriott Center, which is across the street from Gaylord Palms. Not across the street, but it's you can see the hotels from each other. And it's a really fun event. It's a little bit more on the anime specific side, but they do have basic fandom as well. And you've got some Disney sprinkled in there. It's really fun. But that one is in December, and we will both have booths there. They will be scissor sharpening and selling all their products. And I will be there promoting So Magical and this cosplay getaway because we are sponsoring, our two companies are sponsoring an all-inclusive package for the cosplay competition. I don't have the name of which one. They have several, but it's, I think the really, really big one. But we're giving away all-inclusive. So we'll pay for your flight, your hotel, and your ticket with certain perks. And I believe we're also doing the photography package as well in there for whoever wins that. So we're super excited. I'm really excited to like be able to give away such a huge prize. So I'm really happy that we were able to kind of pull all our companies together and come up with that. But I'll be there. So if you guys if y'all want to come hang out with us and see a new con, it's super fun. It's holiday themed, hence the name, Holiday Missouri. So, but you don't have to be holiday themed. If that makes sense. But and there's education there as well. They have, I think it's called Cosplay Academy, something like that. So they have different classes, and several of our teachers are teaching at that. I believe Pros and Cons is teaching. I don't know if Cowbutt is or not, and I don't know if Casey is, but there's a lot of amazing local cosplayers too that are guests there. And lots of great shopping. I love shopping handmade stuff, and Comic-Cons are some of the best places. But anyway, so more information on all the classes and what this is going to look like here in the next couple weeks. I'm thinking we're probably going to launch tickets on this one in November, as long as I can finish getting the webpage built and get all their classes finalized. So I'm very excited. Anyway, okay, on to the next one. If y'all have questions at any point, it doesn't have to be about what I'm talking about in that moment. Please just feel free to spew it. So I'm trying to do these in order, even though I don't have all the information ready for y'all. I am working with Connie from Creations by Connie and Jackie from Elia Jacksford Designs. They are two embroidery digitizers, amazing teachers. They've both taught at SMAS for years now. Both had booths. They're amazing, amazing people. They collaborated together and then asked me to come in and help them. So this is a So Magical hosted event. It is all the idea of Connie and Jackie. So I'm super excited to be able to help and take part in this. So we're going to do this retreat. It's going to be a couple-day retreat with 2 classrooms. It's going to be in Orlando. The exact area of Orlando is to be announced. We're finalizing those contracts hopefully by the beginning of this week. And it's going to be in May. I don't want to say the exact dates yet because I want to make sure we get the hotel contract done and I don't say something incorrect. But we're aiming for May right now and in Orlando. But it'll be really great. Both Connie and Jackie will be teaching. It will be, we will not be providing machines like we do in some of our other retreats, just because embroidery machines, I just don't have the funds right now to go buy a bunch of embroidery machines. Embroidery machines are expensive, y'all, but you can get some really, really nice ones at low prices if you get embroidery only. So we're trying to help folks learn some new embroidery skills. I'm really excited for the classes that Jackie and Connie have started talking about them wanting to teach. There's some really cool techniques. I might sneak in one of them and bring my embroidery machine and learn myself because I love embroidery. I just never have time to sit down and do it. And but I'm excited to see what they're going to bring and how they're going to do it. We're going to do a pop. I'm sitting here playing with my rotary cutter, also by Famore. But oh, we're going to have a pop-up shop for that as well. I know Jackie's got a bunch of blanks and stuff. Connie always comes up with something creative to sell as well. Her pink USBs were really popular in the past at SMAS. And then I'll have some SMAS stuff as well. And then we're going to open it up, the pop-up shop, just like we do for NOLA and our other events. We'll open it up to locals who have companies who want to come set up. It's not the whole time. It's not a vendor hall, but it is a pop-up shop. So we have a dedicated time. We typically have like a cash bar going on, and sometimes like hors d'oeuvres and stuff being passed around during it. Just so like if you don't want to shop or you don't want to do like the mixture, the hangout time, you can do the other one if you want. But it's always really fun. And I love doing the pop-up shops because our teachers are amazing business people, small businesses who have products I think some people don't know about. So I'm really excited. How many days for the event for the embroidery retreat? We are going to do it Friday evening will be the welcome party. Jackie and Connie came up with a really cute idea for what they want to do for this. So I'm not going to spoil it, but the welcome party will be on Friday night, and it will be classes on Saturday and Sunday, ending at a decent time. So if you can't stay on Sunday night, then you can always check out, and then we'll have space, of course, for your bags. But yes, it will be Saturday, Sunday class, but you know, the fun part starts on Friday night. So, but yeah, that is going to be really fun, and we will have discounted hotel rates like we do for all our events. And I'm really excited. I'm really hoping that this one hotel pans out the way I want. Oh, great question. Does it have to be a sewing and embroidery machine, or can be embroidery only machine? I'm almost positive that all the classes they're going to choose are going to be embroidery only based. If it require sewing, say it's like an in the hoop bag or something, I will bring machines for people to share and use, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. And we would have that. So you can do an embroidery only. All the projects are going to be small hoop friendly. So we're doing projects that are 5x7 and smaller. So if you have a 4x4, you won't be able to do all of them. So we suggest if you have at least a 5x7, bring that one. You can bring your Mac Daddy embroidery machine. I've seen some of these people like huge hoops. You won't need them for this retreat, but you're more than welcome to, because we are going to have open sewing time as well, or open embroidery time, which will be really fun. And I mean, you have Connie and Jackie there. So if you have some of their designs and maybe have some questions on, you know, how does this step work, and, you know, what kind of stabilizer should I be using for this and things like that, they're a wealth of knowledge, and it'll be just like a really good time to get all those embroidery questions answered in a very, you know, small setting. This event will also be capped. So as soon as we have the hotel done, the classes finalized, we're going to put all that out, and then we'll launch that as well. I think we're aiming for November to launch this one, the tickets for this as well. Connie and Jackie want this to be very budget friendly. So this will be probably one of our lowest cost retreats. So if you're local, this is a really great 2-day class situation that you could participate in. And we will also have payment plans, like always, for this one as well. Great questions, Catherine and Shannon. Anybody else have questions on the embroidery one? I'm really excited for this. We've never done an embroidery specific retreat before. And I'm stoked because I just love Jackie and Connie so much. And I think they're just a hoot and a half to hang out with. So I'm stoked to be able to help them and create this event for them. Okay, so that's May. We're still going because we have quite a few that are coming up in 2024. Alaska, so magical at sea. This will be a really fun one, logistics wise. I'm super stoked. We're gonna go out of Seattle, and we're gonna go on, was it 7-night cruise to Alaska. The amount of ports that we have are insane. I believe there's 5 ports, and it's 2 days at sea. So we have 2 days to sew and 5 amazing ports. Kathy wants to come live with me. Come on down. I got to pull out couch. I need to get a bed in my sewing room. Let me tell you. Oh goodness. But Alaska So Magical at Sea will be really fun. This one, we also have already launched the tickets on this one. It is, you pay for your cabin. separately from your pass, your So Magical Pass. Your So Magical Pass, again, we have 3 different tiers on this one. We have the all-inclusive one, the bring your own machine one, and then like I think I called it the no class pass. I really need to stop using that, but it's really fun. Oh, real quick before I keep going, Shannon had one more question about the embroidery. Will it be beginner friendly? Yes. They would like you, they being Jackie and Connie, would like you to already understand your embroidery machine and have used it before. What? Am I allowed to use a new bigger cup? Yeah, go ahead. Okay. It will be beginner friendly, but they ask that you already have used your embroidery machine. Because there's so many types of embroidery machines out there, it's hard for the teachers and myself to be able to help everybody with every type of machine. So just kind of know, where the buttons are, how to load a file would be a really good thing to already know. How to attach your hoops, things like that. So just the basics. But yes, the project will be beginner to intermediate friendly, I believe. They are going to put a little bit more complicated ones in there, with some more steps. But that's the best part about these retreats is you can do that and in a very safe environment and have like this live help from the people who design these things and digitize these projects. So yes, it will be beginner friendly. Alaska is so magical. Let's see. Let's go back to that one. Okay. So 2 days of sewing, 3 different tiers of ticket types, because it is a 7-day cruise and it is Alaska cruise. I know this is bucket list for a lot of people. It's bucket list for me. I love my job. I love that my job allows me to be able to do things like this. So yes, bucket list. Cabin prices are all discounted. The cabin prices includes your taxes, gratuities, your taxes, fees, and all your gratuities, and Wi-Fi for at least 1 device. We'll go out of Seattle, so you do not have to have a passport for this one, although it is highly suggested. If you wanted to get off, there's only 1 stop that's technically international, and that is Victoria, British Columbia. That one, if you get off the ship there, you do have to have your passport. But if you stay on the ship, and because it's a closed-looped American cruise out of an American port, then you only need your birth certificate. But you can find all that information on our website. We have like a facts and questions that answers a lot of things on a cruise. So if you've never been on a cruise, you can go on there and tells you. So in that cabin price, all your food's included except for the specialty dining. Your drinks are not included except for we have 2 parties on the Alaska cruise. Because it's 7 nights, I got them to give us 2 parties. We're going to have a welcome party that will, again, have the open bar. It will have food and music. It will be really fun. We'll do some giveaways and some really cool things to kick off the cruise. And then on the last night, on May and our December one, we have like a no-host social farewell party. So the drinks aren't free. There's not like the hors d'oeuvres or the live music, but we pick a really nice spot and everybody gets together. It typically has a bar right next to it or a food option. And it's later in the evening. It's after our dinner time and everything. But on the Alaska cruise, we're doing a farewell party where it will be open bar, food, and music. And we'll all cry as we're hugging each other goodbye after getting to hang out with each other for 7 nights. So what else is included? There's entertainment on these cruise ships. It's amazing. So that ship is not Mariner of the Seas. It is, I'm blanking on the name of the ship, but it's on our website, so you can check it out there. That one I'm really excited for too, because the classroom on Mariner of the Seas, where we're going to be for December and where we were in May, is on deck 2. So it's down near the bottom. It's really nice because nobody goes down there. So we literally have that whole section to ourselves. So nice. But the conference center or the convention center on the ship we're taking for Alaska is on one of the top decks. So we have panoramic window views of Alaska. So even when we're sailing, we will still get to enjoy the amazingness that is being Quantum of the Seas. Thank you. Whoever posted this, thank you. We'll be on Quantum of the Seas. And I lost my train of thought, but it'll be beautiful. You won't miss out by taking the sewing classes. However, I know some people, again, this is a bucket list trip. So if you want all the swag, you want to come to the parties, you want to do our open sewing in the evenings and during lunch times, but you don't want to take the classes, we do have that no class pass as well. Oh, thank you, Jean. Appreciate it. Jean's coming on that one. But yeah, that one is going to be super fun. So we do have spots still available. That is on a payment plan system as well for both your cabin and your no class your SMAS pass. So you don't have to pay for that all up front. I know it's a large number. It's a lot to chew on, but again, we have until, I think everything needs to be paid off by, I'm going to say March or April. So you still have several months to pay that off and do all that. So if you're interested on the Alaska cruise, please check it out. Each one of these events, besides the embroidery one that I've talked about and the cosplay one, have web pages on our website. Here in a couple minutes, I will pull that up for y'all. Actually, I'll pull it up right now. Let's do that. Let's share my screen. I will show you where all this fun stuff is. Okay, so let me get rid of this. All right, so we do have a new fancy website. Thank you so much to Natalia, our graphic designer. She's been working for me for quite a while now. Gosh, I don't even know, a couple of years now. She's amazing. She does all our graphics now. She designs a majority of our fabric, besides the ones I randomly get a wild hair and decide to do it myself and I agonize over it. Like I'm trying to do a new colorway of the It's Fine fabric. I'm just lost. I'm about to be like, Natalia, here's my idea. Can you fix it, please? But Natalia redesigned our whole website. And so there's still some kinks we're always working through, fun technology, but look how amazing this is. So, and the mobile version is chef's kiss. So this is the main page. You can click one of these buttons and it takes you to our section. So the expos are here, the cruises are here, our retreats and small events are here. This has some like basic pop-up stuff. I'll keep rotating this out for whatever the next event is. So the next one's the December cruise. You can check that out, more information. And then I like to do one of the latest recap videos on here. So I'll get ready to change this to our Florida one. But if you want, you can click this and that video of what we did on our May cruise. Highly suggest doing this. This was our welcome party. That was like, look at that food. It was so fun. Everybody got to hang out. Mute the music. The music's great and all. That was where the free drinks everybody was getting. Salty Sews was on that one as well as guests. And they actually hosted, the first night was May the 4th. So it was Star Wars night. They did giveaways. They did prizes. There was, you had to go mingle and they had an icebreaker situation. Oh, there was our DJ. He was super cool. He played a lot of really good music. And yeah, it was just so much fun. So gosh, some of these are kind of long, so you can skip around. But here's the classes that we had going on. And we had look at Kristen. We had a bunch of folks do little interviews and explain what they liked and everything else. It was just so much fun. So this was, we had a sewing room and a no-sew room for the December cruise. And for Alaska, we're going to have 2 sewing rooms. This was everybody's creations. The painting class got chaotic. It was so fun though. Whoops. Okay, so I'll stop playing that, but I'm sorry, I get lost down the rabbit holes of these as well. So, and then down here we have our products as well. All of this is currently available except for swag. Swag is apparel and such is coming up soon, but our sticker books and our fabrics are all up right now. Oh, and if you have some questions, we have frequently asked questions at the bottom. And also if you want to, we're trying to get better about our newsletter and sending out information. So if you'd like to be on our email list, go ahead and fill that out down below. Okay, so let's go to SMAS. Let's go there real quick. I want to make sure I'm not missing any comments here. Hi, Dee. March 8th. So here you'll see I have 2 page links, one for the December cruise, one for Alaska. Again, a recap video. And then you can go to, we also have photo galleries up now on these pages, which is really fun. You can go here and it'll take you to a Google Drive where you can see all these amazing photos of everybody that our photographer team took. Look how amazing. This is one of my favorites. this was everybody. I think it was almost everybody. I think a couple folks were missing, but with their projects all on the balcony, it was amazing. I just couldn't have asked for a better first cruise. Anyway, let's come back. And then down here, here's all the products. So if you want to hit Alaska specific cruise, that'll pop up. If you want the December cruise, that'll pop up here. So here you can see all the different options. But if you want to learn more about Alaska, you can scroll down. It gives you information about the ship. Here's all our locations. And then here you can see the itinerary of what we're doing basically each day, and if we have a port and things like that. Here's a bunch of fun information. Here's about your cabin pricing. If you want to do the payment schedule, when everything would be due, your SMAS pass and what's included in it, what is included in your cabin, and then what is not included in your cabin pricing. Then you can go down here, see the products. And then this gives you information on the machines. As soon as we have the exact machines we'll have on that cruise, we'll list it here. And then here's your cancellation policy. We will refund you up to a certain point, depending on the date that you need to cancel. So, yep. And then you can always hit the logo at the top, go back. There's also the 2 bars over here will take you. You can go to sewmagicalexpo here. You also have those. You can see retreats. As you can see, lots of fun things coming. If you want to learn more about our SMAS, you can click here. And then all the photos and videos are also linked here. There you go. And then if you want to learn more about our other policies and things like that, Get Involved is where all the applications are. On mobile, it shows up a little bit differently, so we suggest doing it on the computer. But if you want to be a teacher, we have the SMAS listed. If you're interested in teaching one of our retreats or one of our cruises, we prefer those to come through email, just because it is more specific based on the teachers, and because it's so few teachers that we can have on these different retreats. Okay, everybody can hear me, right? Thumbs up if you can hear me. I just want to make sure. Or a like, a heart, something. Tell me you can hear me. But anyway, yep. So that's all those fun things I want to show you on the website. Okay, I'm gonna stop screen sharing. Gotta look at my face again. Okay, great. Y'all can still hear me. Okay, so that's Alaska. So if you want to find out more about the ship and all that fun stuff, all the information is listed there. Okay, great. Everybody can hear me. Woohoo! Okay, so after Alaska, the next event that we officially know we're having, again, things can change and we can add more events to the year. I don't know how, but I will try. So I know a couple of folks have been reaching out to me and saying they would like me to host their events as well. So if you're ever interested in that, all you have to do is email support and I'll let you know if we can get you in. I like your cup. Dee, I talked about the cup earlier in the live, and I was saying that you had found it on Etsy. So cute. And thanks, Louise. It's my Oogie Boogie. I got it at the cast member store forever ago with, I think it was with Terry Joe when I got it. Terry Joe took me. Not Terry Joe. I'm sorry. It was my brother. That was but yeah, it says Oogie Boogie across the back. It's the largest thing ever. Like, look how big that is. It's insane. All right. So after the cruise, we have Magical Tennessee. Tennessee is what we like to say too. That'll be Labor Day weekend. So August 30th through September 1st. Always we have events starting on Thursday as well. I'm super stoked for this. Don't have a lot of information yet. Tickets are on sale. VIP and VIP Plus did already sell out for this event. We have the teacher applications open. So like I showed you a minute ago, if you're interested in teaching at SMAGicalexpo, Tennessee or Florida, just go to the teacher application, fill that out there. And we have the deadlines of when everybody's apps are due and the cutoff. And then after that, I start going down the fun process of trying to approve everybody, because I always want everybody to teach. We had over 40 teachers for Florida this past year. I was like, oh my gosh. But I didn't want to say no to anybody. I felt terrible waitlisting anybody. I always do. I always want to give everybody like a shot to teach at least once. But unfortunately, it's almost near impossible to do. So anyway, off my soapbox. So we're going to have the teacher applications open for this. The vendor applications are open, and we are always constantly approving those. So new vendors have been added to the website already. And we're getting, if you apply, we typically get the approval to you within a week with the agreement to sign and all your fun payments. If you're a vendor who's interested or you know somebody, it does need to be at least 75% a goods or service related to sewing and crafting, not finished goods like handbags that you've made and things like that. You can bring those, but it has to be a minimal part of your booth, just because we want you to make money. And unfortunately, most of the people who come to these events can make it. Roberta's bringing her hubby to Tennessee. It's our anniversary weekend. If you're coming to Tennessee, please let me know. I'm very excited to see who's returning and if anybody's new coming. That's okay. We just keep applying. Louise. I know. Yeah. Just keep applying, because just because I didn't approve you once doesn't mean I won't be able to approve you the next time. It always depends on, I want to say always. I typically give returning teachers first access. For Florida, we did have to limit everybody on how many classes they could teach. It was a much more strict process than it had been in the past. And everybody's coming to Tennessee. But it was much more strict. So, but returning teachers can't always come back again for different reasons. And so oftentimes that leaves openings for future events. So just because you didn't get approved once, please don't think Kayla hates you or don't think you would make a good teacher. It literally just means that I hate that part of my job and I would love to approve you. Okay, so we've got I'm coming to Tennessee. Who is coming to Tennessee? Let's see. Catherine's coming. Matt and Brittany. Oh, my favorite duo. And then Anne-Marie will be at Tennessee. Ooh, you might teach a different item. Anne-Marie taught, oh my gosh, what do we call it? Body movements? I don't remember, but she did like a little preview. It's on the Facebook group. Please go look it up, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to go take this. And I did not have time, and I was bummed, but she was like teaching how to it was belly dancing, but she taught you like different shoulder movements and how to loosen up when you've been sitting at a sewing machine all day, which a lot of people do at the conventions. Louise will be there for Florida and Tennessee. All right. So yeah, so that's Tennessee. We've already added some of the vendors. The hotels are not yet available. We're finalizing some last minute things with Gaylord Opryland and Gaylord Palms before we go ahead and drop all the hotel links. Those are discounted hotel rates. We're working with them closely to get some things corrected. So it's going to be great. Movement for Makers. Thank you, Catherine. Catherine went to that class with Anne-Marie, and she said it was so much fun. I love hearing that. It looked like it was going to be so fun. I was so bummed. Okay, anyway, so next up after Tennessee, about a month and a half later, will be Florida, so Magical Expo. It'll be back in October. I love when SMAS are in Florida SMAS in October. It's my favorite time. This will be, a week and a half before Halloween. So we're going to have several Halloween-themed things going on, because it's also my favorite holiday, and why not? But that will be back at Gaylord Palms again for at least one more year. And we're working on where all the location of the rooms up there are going to be. For so Magical Tennessee, it's going to be in the same spot that we were in last year. So if you went last year, you'll be very familiar. It'll be all in the same areas. Love it. For Florida, we're working out the details of where all that's going to be located. And I'm super stoked for Florida as well. but teacher application, vendor applications are up just like Tennessee. We've already started adding some vendors who are said they're coming to Florida. So that's amazing. A year out, we already have vendors saying they're coming back. And we have several new vendors who have already applied that are coming. Stoked. Yes, Catherine, you definitely have to come to Florida. It would not be So Magical Expo Florida without Catherine there. Oh, Lorraine, will there be a So Magical in Las Vegas next year? Yes, it's not gonna be a So Magical Expo. I'll explain that here. Actually, it's my next thing to talk about. So unless anybody else has questions about Florida, again, hotels aren't gonna drop just yet. I will make sure to announce when they do. We shouldn't have an issue with them selling out ever again. Trust me. So no need to fear on that one. I'll probably post that about a week before the hotels are ready. I'm coming to Florida also. Yay. It's going to be so fun. All right. So next one up is So Bagical Vegas. Again, don't have the hotel or the exact date just yet for y'all. I'm still working contract negotiations on that one. But I'm super stoked. So Bagical was a first-time event this year in 2023. We did it in St. Louis at Live by Lowe's. Loved that hotel. I want another reason to go back to it. But So Bagical, I want it to be a rotating event. It is 3 days of bag making. You get to sew on industrial sewing machines that we provide for you, domestics, and of course, there's a bring your own machine option for that as well. Sorry, my nose is very itchy today. It always happens when I'm on lives. I think I'm allergic to seeing my face for this long. But there's a bring your own domestic option as well, not bring your own industrial. However, if you're really adamant about it, just email me. I might let you do it. Louise brought her industrial to So Magical Expo Florida. And I said, you know what? Sure, we'll give it a shot. And she had it set up in the So Magical Lounge. I mean, as long as it's on casters and you're going to haul it around yourself, have at it. Put a little sign on it that says, do not touch my machine. I don't know. But if you, Louise says it was awesome to have Molly there. I love it. Yeah, it was super fun. And I think a lot of people got to ask Louise some questions, which was really neat too, that she just answered everybody and was so friendly about it. But anyway, but these So Bagical is 3 days of bag making, industrials, domestic, and no sew, because there are no sewing skills that we all need to know and learn when we're making bags. This is while we do have beginner friendly projects, a lot of it goes towards advanced beginner to intermediate, because we are sewing on industrials and things like that. But I would say, I think more than half, I would say 75% of the folks who came had never touched an industrial before. I think one person hadn't made more than like one bag before. So we have amazing teachers, but I don't have exact teachers on this yet. I'm excited. We're trying to always rotate in new teachers and give y'all some new perspectives, because these teachers all have different ways of teaching and different ways of doing things. I mean, that's why we all love YouTube, because there's so many people out there teaching you the same thing, but different ways. Same goes with our teachers. But yeah, so again, if you're interested in teaching at something like So Bagical Vegas, we do ask for this type of event because of how it is, that we would like somebody who is not a new teacher, but has a little bit more of establishment. And we love a good business owner who's also a teacher. We do have a pop-up shop at So Bagical, and the one we had for St. Louis was amazing. All 4 of our teachers brought amazing products to sell. I had a table. We also had Salty Sews had a table, and Becky Hannah from Hannah Woodworking had a table, which was really cool to have everybody there. So we had 7, 8 different vendors. Really neat. So more information is coming on this one. I promise I'm trying to get that contract done as fast as possible, because everybody is like, when is it? But it will be after Florida So Magical Expo, and it will be towards the end of the year. So think like November, December timeframe, as long as everything works out with these contracts. But more information coming on that as soon as possible. I would like to get that out before the end of the year so people can get it for their Christmas presents. There will be payment plans available, as with all of our retreats and events that are not So Magical Expo. All right. So any questions on So Bagical? I believe we didn't have our videographer come, so we don't have like a recap video per se, although I should make one. But we have photos up. Is my sound cutting out that much? Somebody else said my sound cut out earlier. Can you hear me now? I'm going to pause before I keep going. I'm going to make sure I'm not getting a message about my volume again. Nope. Okay. Okay, somebody said it's fine. Cool. Any more questions on So Bagical? Let me know. We had 2 photographers kind of come. One is Lindsay, who works for Lauren, and she's a photographer. She does amazing stuff. And so she came one day, and then Samantha, which is Debbie from Salty Sews, her daughter was with her on the trip. And so she ended up doing she ended up also taking photos one day as well. So I love their 2 different photography styles. I have Lindsay's photos are up, and then Samantha's photos should be coming very soon. I'm very excited. Oh, Brittany said she was a problem. The sound went to her headphones. Oops, sorry. But yes, so there are some photos up on that. I'm very excited. Let me see if I can. I'll show you all those real quick, because I think I only have like one more thing to talk about for sure. For surezies. Again, just go back to the home page. Oh, this is, again, not every retreat we bring our videographer for, or a photographer necessarily. So, which is, our videographer is Tony. He is corporate level media if you want to follow him, or if you want to reach out to him for one of your events, or, I mean, he does weddings, he does commercials, he does all sorts of stuff. He's amazing. So sometimes you just make a TikTok. So this was our NOLA retreat. It was so much fun. I loved it. But here's more retreat photos. Bagical does technically fall under our retreat category, but look how cute everybody is. These are like the dot kits that folks made. Oh, there's Brittany. Oh, don't tell anybody, but I sat down and sewed. Everybody had such a good time. Mojo Sews sponsored some edge coat paint. Oh, so much fun. We do have badges and lanyards and all sorts of fun things when we do our events and retreats as well. So yeah, so if you ever want to go ahead and check out what some of these look like, or you're curious about it, highly suggest looking at our recap videos. They're all listed on our YouTube channel. And I highly suggest looking at our photo albums and looking to see kind of what the setups look like and things like that. Is that the one Deanna was at? Deanna did not go to So Bagical. She went on our May cruise. And rocked out 14 PPPs, Rockstar. No. No. Oh, no. That one was So Whatever Weekend, Louise. So Louise has a pattern. Please spell it out for me. The acronym is PPP. Perfectly Pointed Pouch. Did I say that right? It was So Whatever Weekend, yes. Which is a So Magical hosted event. That is Lauren's event from Mormino. And I just hosted it for her. So Perfect Point Pouch. Thank you. So yes, one of Louise's testers was at So Whatever Weekend and knocked out 14 of these. It was So Whatever Weekend, such a fun concept too that Lauren came up with. It's literally open sewing on industrials for 3 days. Whatever you want to bring, whatever you're like, I know my machine can't sew this, or just literally hanging out with folks. It's 15 of your closest friends all weekend. And it's so fun. We had movies playing and music, and the food was great. It was just such a fun, like, intimate event. I loved it so much. But yes, so I know Lauren's wanting to do more so whatever weekends, and I think we're going to talk about those soon. She's getting ready to open up her brand new classroom space. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of her. It's going to be amazing. I love how many of the small businesses that I know and I've come to get to become friends with over the years have evolved so much and have grown their businesses so much and just keep evolving. I love it so much. So anyway, so yeah, so getting emotional. It's like Salty's coming out. I heard Wonderground's coming out with a physical space. Nancy from Fabric Therapy did. Oh my gosh, I'm mind blown by everybody. Anyway, getting off track. So whatever weekend, yeah, those should be coming back around again. I'm super excited to host those. If anybody's curious what a So Magical hosted event is, it's somebody else's idea. It's not a Kayla brain munch that came about. It is me just doing what I love, which is working with the hotels, coming up with itineraries, and just helping folks who have never done an event know not to go down the pitfalls. So that's not to say like I host your event and I do every single one in the future. You can go off and do them on your own after me. But if you have an idea, if you have something you want to do, I'm always ears, and I'm always there to help. So it's a really fun way to collaborate and be able to bring people's ideas to life. It's literally one of the coolest parts of my job. Okay, good, Lorraine. I'm glad I answered your questions. If you have more, please let me know. I'm here. I don't know why I'm clapping like that. Did I already talk Harry Potter weekend? Nope. It's coming next. Don't worry. Let me make sure I'm not missing any questions. Okay, I'm not. Okay, cool. So after Vegas or before, who knows? But the last thing that I haven't talked about yet, although I didn't put So Whatever Weekends on here, because who knows, Lauren might do those on her own now, which I freaking love for her because she has an amazing classroom space she's doing. Anyway, so the last one, we have an official name, y'all. This is a partnership. It's not a So Magical hosted event. It's not a So Magical only event. It is a partnered event with Salty Sews. This is what happens when you spend too much time with people. I'm just kidding. I love them to death. And if anybody's ever wondering why I always mention Salty Sews, is because they live down the street from me practically. And Sarah's daughter and my son are in the same exact grade. So it's very, very small world how these things happen. So I get to hang out with them a lot, and the ideas are always flowing, and it's always fun and creative. So one of the ideas that happened, I don't even know when this idea happened. I don't know. It's been a year. I think we've been talking about it. And I finally said, okay, we're going to do it. Is the Magical Ministry Retreat. I hope y'all like the name. We're like, we can't call it Harry Potter Retreat. We're gonna get in trouble by somebody for something. So Magical Ministry Retreat. It's gonna be in Orlando, and it's gonna be the second half of 2024. I would say it's gonna be the end of 2024. However, there's one random month I have that might work. That is not the end of the year. So goodness. And because Salty Sew ladies are awesome, I'm cracked up about the Magical Ministry. Okay, good. Y'all like the name. I'm glad. And yes, they are amazing ladies. They are amazing teachers, and they're very much, I don't know. So many of my teachers are very much my vibe, because I'm like, sometimes I like to be like a little salty. Sometimes I like to be, I don't know, very quiet and timid. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry. My brain is going down like 5 different rabbit holes right now. But yes, the Magical Ministry Retreat, it will be here in Orlando. Because how do you have a Harry Potter retreat and don't do it right next to Universal Studios where Harry Potter World is? So we're going to be at a Universal hotel or as close to a Universal theme park as humanly possible within budgetary reason. We want to, because we know a lot of people haven't been to Universal before and haven't gotten to experience Harry Potter World, that will be a part of this retreat. Exact costs and how we're going to do that is going to be announced. But Salty So's has restricted me from talking about it too much. But let's just say we want it to feel like you're gonna go to Hogwarts. I can say that much without getting in trouble. But there's going to be tons of projects out of this, both sewing and non-sewing. Again, near Orlando or in Orlando, near Universal, with the inclusion of being able to go experience Harry Potter World. Like, think our NOLA, how we went out on the town with our makes. We want to do something along those lines as well. And get some amazing photos and really get to experience everything. You don't have to be sorted into a house to be able to come. I'm trying to think. Okay, what questions do y'all have about this one? Because I feel like this is the one people, besides So Bagical Vegas, that people are like, we need more information. And ask the questions. I'll tell you if I'm allowed to say it or not. And I know there's a delay on comments coming in, so I'll try not to get my words. That didn't make any sense. Okay, I'm glad y'all like the name. If anybody is curious what house I'm in, you want to guess? I don't think it's why I decided to do my hair green. I did one of those Instagram filters one day. I don't take selfies very often. But I was on Instagram and they had that hair color filter back when I was blonde, which is a really good color to have, by the way, if you want to do that filter, because they all show up perfectly. But I was flipping through and there's a couple other colors I might want to try, but I'm just stuck on my green right now. And the green popped up and I'm like, I need this. I need to be green. Yep, Slytherin in the house. We just watched all 3 Fantastic Beasts last night. My little man wasn't feeling very good, so we had couch time and we watched all 3 of them. And I'm in a very Harry Potter mood right now. Like, I need to go find some of my Harry Potter fabric and sew something today. Yes. You probably answered half of my questions. Just take my money. I love it, Anne-Marie. Yes. And Anne-Marie can attest, our retreats are really, really cool. They're so fun. And you just get to make such good friends with people. Like, we all love Anne-Marie when you first meet her, right? And Louise and Kathy and all the other people. But then, and Catherine and Mariana, like literally everybody, love them when you first meet them. But getting that one-on-one time and you get to know people so well. Sorry, I was, again, mind down rabbit hole. What house is everybody in now that we're talking about Harry Potter? Because I feel like we've got quite a few Harry Potter fans on here. And if you're not a Harry Potter fan, but you love a good theme, this is also a great retreat for you. However, I want to incorporate like Harry Potter trivia somehow. Like, answer a question randomly and I will give away prizes throughout the weekend. That one will be at least a 3-day retreat. It will not be a 2-day. It'll be a 3-day. Just because we are having trouble narrowing down our classes and we need to narrow them down because they're not going to fit. Let's see. Morning, I missed the goods. Have to rewatch. Hi. Quick reminder, since we're like an hour and a half in, if you're watching this and I can't see your lovely face or name, it's because you just have to click the link where you're watching this and give them permission so I can see it. If you don't want to do that, no worries. You can just tag your name at the end so I know who I'm talking to. Okay, Louise says she's Ravenclaw from Pottermore, but Hufflepuff by percentages. I can see you as both. Are you a Huffleclaw then? Okay, Brittany, are you saying like Matt is Slytherin and you're Hufflepuff? Because I totally see that. Or are you saying you're both Slytherin and Hufflepuff? Also, is it like a marine thing to be a Slytherin? I don't know. But they always say for every Gryffindor, there's a Ravenclaw, and for every Slytherin, there's a Hufflepuff. So I'm curious. Oh, Matt is a Slytherin. You're a Hufflepuff. I definitely could call you for a Hufflepuff, but I also could kind of see you as a Ravenclaw a little bit. I don't know. The more I get to know people, I like being like, ooh, what house are you in? Ravenclaw in the house. Ew. I'm just kidding. We're definitely gonna have some of the class kits be very house themed. So I'm super excited to see the outcome of the different people's houses. So again, you don't have to be sorted, but if you're one of those that are like, oh, but I'm on the fence, pick which one you would prefer to be in. Because, or we could do combo ones. Ooh, I'll have to bring that up to Sarah and Debbie. I'm fine if the Harry Potter retreat lasts 2 weeks. Okay. I mean, I have to be a mom. But I feel like Luke would enjoy being at Universal for 2 weeks. Why not? Let's give it a try. Or a Raven Puff, not a Huffleclaw Raven Puff. It depends on which one is stronger in you. Which one comes first? He's a Slytherin. I can see Bob being a Gryffindor for sure. That's hilarious. So then if that's the case, then maybe you are more Ravenclaw? I don't know. Oh, Glenn's a Gryffindor. Definitely. Very much like a leader type person. Like, take charge. Love it. Roberta is a Gryffindor as well. Oh, I like how you spelled that. I've never seen it spelled that way. Haven't watched more than one. Guess I should catch up. You definitely should catch up. Literally sorting now. I need to know. Yay! I highly suggest the Pottermore quiz. I think that one's the most interesting how they come up with it. But there's a lot of really good quizzes out there. But please sort yourself. Even if you're not a huge Harry Potter fan, it's so fun to know what house you're in. And then I have this theory. I want to take a poll at some point in SME group and be like, what house are you in? And because I have this theory that the majority of crafters, and it depends on what type of crafter you are, falls in Slytherin and Hufflepuff. However, again, I think it has to do with the type of crafting you do. So I think like crocheters typically fall more in like, and this is like totally, I don't know, just some weird theory I have, but like majority of crafters probably fall into Hufflepuff, while the majority of bag makers typically fall into like Gryffindor and Slytherin. I don't know. But it would be really cool. I don't know, the nerd in me wants to know the statistics on people's houses and what they do. Hannah is sorting. Oh, yay. Okay. Louise, he was like 60% Gryffindor. What was his other 40%? Slytherin? I feel like Slytherin. When I took it, I took the test. I came up with 20 fake emails to get this. I took the test 20 times. Out of the 20 times, 5 times I got Gryffindor, but the rest I got Slytherin. So we're Slytherin. I wanted to be sure. Anne-Marie, Gryffindor with Slytherin tendencies. Ha, I love that. I think it's a requirement to watch a series during this time of the year. Right? It's just something about this time of year that gives you Harry Potter vibes. I don't know. I wish it was colder here, because then it would be more fun to watch movies with like by a fire. Oh, Kristen's fighting me. She's saying there's more Ravenclaw crafters. There's a lot of Ravenclaw crafters too. But again, I feel like it's a certain type of crafter. I think Ravenclaw is a huge chunk of the bag makers. Split between the rest, but Slytherin was the next highest at 20%. Okay, I was gonna say that makes it. I've gotten Ravenclaw before, but usually it comes out Gryffindor. I can see you as Ravenclaw too. I love this. I love the nerdiness. Okay, so yes, this is on topic, by the way, but I'm stoked to have this retreat. So Salty Sews will be teaching, obviously, and I'm going to teach as well. I'm super excited. I don't often at retreats teach. I typically just bring in amazing teachers who are perfect and amazing. But I also, for this one, I really want to teach. I want to be a professor. I want to be a professor at Hogwarts. So I'm gonna teach. I don't know what I'm teaching yet. Actually, no, I do. Apparently, never mind. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying too much, but there is a certain professor. Apparently, I look a lot alike, and I need to teach their type of classes. But yes. So, anybody else got any more questions on the Magical Ministry Retreat? Sarah came up with this name. We were toying with a ton of different names, and we're trying to stay off trademark while still. I feel like Magical Ministry, the ministry part is what gives it away. That's Harry Potter, right? Magical is like, oh, so magical. That's fun. Ties it in. Anyway. Okay. So while we're here, I have questions for y'all. That's always my favorite part. I did not say what month. I said second half of 2024. It'll most likely be towards the end of the year. However, there's like one random month that's not fourth quarter 2024 that might work. So I have a couple different weekends out with hotels, and I'm hoping to have those back in November. I would say probably I'll have more solid information, most likely by end of November, probably early December is when we'll be able to like announce more things on this. So stay tuned on this one. I know everybody's really excited for this one. I'm very excited for this one. I'm excited for all of 24. I don't even know how many events that is right now. I could probably look at this and be like, oh yeah, that's it. Put it on YouTube, right? Mo Dillon here. Hi, Mo. I'm a Hufflepuff. I did the quiz years ago, so it'd be interesting to take it again. Yes, please do. I think, too, sometimes people's personalities change over time. And I think it makes for people's houses to potentially change. I don't know. That's, again, Kayla conspiracy theory. All right, let me go. We have NOLA, Enchanted, Alaska, SMAS, Bagical, Embroidery, Harry Potter. We have 8 confirmed events for next year, with the potential for, I think, at least 2 more. Thanks for putting your teacher application in. Whoever just did that. I just saw the email pop up because I was on my phone. And also, anybody that's sorting themselves right now, please come back and tell us what you got sorted into, because I'm always curious. We'll take a live poll here. Anybody who came to Florida 2023 SME, I'm curious, what was your favorite part? I read the surveys, and I love reading the surveys. It's a love-hate relationship. But I like getting all the feedback in an anonymous format so people can really like open up about what they like, what they would like to see change. But I'm curious, when you come to the SMEs, what's your favorite part? And I ask this because I would like to know why people like SMEs versus the retreats. Because they're still in the SME world. They're still, I say SME, So Magical Events is our umbrella company. But I would say, they all have the same feel. They all have that same fun, lightness of heart, education, and just like being able to be in this amazing community. But they're all very different vibes from each other. And I think like the retreats are more, I don't know. I think they're great for introverts who are afraid to go to the SMEs at first, and vice versa. I think if you're super extroverted, sometimes those like big events are like your jam. But I also think you get that one-on-one time at retreats. I don't know. So let's see. Roberta says, seeing friends. I think this is such a great point. I'm pointing this way as if the comment's that way. It's the other way. But seeing friends, new and old, like I've met so many people who have said they've made friends at SME who are across the country now, or they got to meet friends who have been their online friends, like in the YouTube, in the sewing community world, on Facebook, and they finally got to meet them for the first time at one of my events, and it like it breaks my heart. It makes me so freaking happy to hear stuff like that. I just think it's the coolest thing. Glenn, 10 out of 10 agree. There was some sick karaoke in Florida. I would say Tennessee as well. I love when folks get serenaded. I'm really curious if the recap video that I need to go watch after this has a highlight of the serenading. Expo costs are lower, and that's largely the deciding factor so far. My favorite thing is seeing my sewing peeps. I agree. I think that's going to be a lot of people's answer because nope. Because again, like how often do we get to see all of our friends who are across the country? And even then, I have sewing friends that live literally 30 minutes from me that I never get to see, but I get to see them at my events. Even though I don't really get to sit down and hang out with them, but you know how it is. I loved eating sitting area tables that we all passed through and sat at. I love the sewing lounge, but the tables are great for quick visits with friends. Yeah. I had seen that. That's not an original Kayla idea. There's lots of shows that have tables everywhere. And I would say I always enjoyed as a con goer being able to sit down, being able to work for a little bit at my laptop, or just being able to chat with friends or meeting new friends sometimes. So yeah, I've seen that other shows. I'm like, that's genius. Why haven't I done that before? So I'm glad those panned out for everybody. Having been to both retreats and expos, I enjoy the big vendor hall at SME, and I feel like you have the ability to create free time at a bigger event. However, the retreats are fun because it's smaller and closer group. All amazing points, Glenn. Freaking agree. And I think like there is so many more shopping opportunities at SME, and there's so many ways to get your sojo back. I think that was another thing somebody had told me was oftentimes like you lose your sojo, like your motivation to want to sew, and then you go to one of these events and you get it back. And sometimes it's easier at a SME because there's so many different types of people and so many different types of teachers and vendors. You're like, oh my God, now the possibilities are endless. Not to say you can't get your sojo back at a small retreat, but I just think you have more of ability to do that at some of the bigger events. I love meeting people from all over and getting to interact with vendors that we know online in person. And like, cool. It's like, it is so funny that a lot of the teachers and the vendors, they're all online, right? And a lot of them don't realize that they're celebrities in a lot of our eyes. Like so many of these vendors, sometimes I fangirled over a couple of vendors one time. I'm like, I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you heard about my event. Can I have your picture? But for these small businesses to get that interaction with their fans from all over is really cool too. And a lot of them are like, this is so weird. I'm not cool. It's the best feeling being around people who get excited about the same thing. Oh, agreed. I love the variety of classes at expos. Yeah, I have a lot more freedom at the expos to have a lot of variety. Let's see. The lunch availability is great. Love the common area where tables were to sit instead of being in a small room setting. Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep doing that as long as humanly possible. The lunch is also great for me and my team, and also the vendors who don't get time to really go get a break. So having that super close and being able to have like an affordable lunch option, I've heard is really helpful. That's weird. Yes, riding that SME high as long as possible is my goal. I don't blame you. Let's see. Retreats are 100%. SME good to try different things. Yeah. And Mariana's been to, she went to Bagical. She's coming on our cruise. It is like meeting celebrities. I met you and I got a picture with you. Okay, who's commenting on this? Who's saying this? I get when my vendors and teachers say, yeah, it's really weird when people come up and be like, hey, I know you. And you're like, I don't know who you are. Please tell me your name. And then it's just that weird, it's, what do you call it? The imposter syndrome. You're like, I'm not cool. Why are you saying hi to me? But it's really, really, I don't know. It's really shocking when people come up to you and say, oh my gosh, can I get your picture? I think it's really cool and I love it so much, but it's also like, whoo. Oh, it's Mo. Hi, Mo. But yeah, but it's really cool because then it's also people I've been talking to or answering questions with for a while. And my favorite response is always, I'm that annoying person that message you all the time. I'm like, well, you got to tell me your name. But nobody's bothering me when they're asking questions, or Alex. Alex answers a lot of the email questions nowadays. But you're never a bother. Always please feel free to ask. No, we don't get to emails within an hour or the same day even. We're trying to be better about answering emails, but unfortunately we have lives as well. And sometimes we like to take a break. So typically our turnaround time on emails is about 2 to 3 business days. I do work on the weekends. Ta-da, I'm online right now. And I will be working later. But my team does not work on the weekends. It's called work-life balance, and I highly agree with it. 14 out of 10 love the lunch option. Now they need to do gluten-free desserts. Yeah, I got that feedback as well. So I might try to have 2 dessert options in the future. But yes. Yeah. And what I love about the Gaylords, and actually most of the hotels that we work with has kind of been a requirement nowadays, is to have the options for food that are good for those with any dietary restrictions, whether it's gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, certain allergies, things like that. So we try to cater to as many people as humanly possible and try to label everything so that everybody kind of does know what's what. Unfortunately, we can't accommodate everybody, but try to get to the masses, and that's always fun. Okay, another question. See, y'all wanted information from me. There's a price for it. Now you have to answer my questions. What classes do you want to see in the future? And I ask this every now and then, and every time I think I know what people want, I'm always mind boggled. People are like, I was like, that's a thing you can do. So please tell me what classes you want to see. So that way, as teacher applications are coming in, and these teachers have amazing freaking ideas on what to teach, it's really good because over time, I do know what some of these teacher skill sets are for my returning teachers. And I could be like, hey, I think that's a great idea, but I got this request for this and I know you can do it. Would you be down to teach something like this instead? So please tell me your ideas. Tell me, it can be a skill, it can be a certain project, it can be a certain pattern, and it can be something that you've never seen at So Magic before, because there are quite a few things I want taught at SME that I never get teacher applications for. So in the first couple years of SME, I would go out and I would find the teachers because nobody knew who we were. And I would go beg and pester people. And then the opposite has happened in the past 2 years where I get more applications than what I can handle. And I hate having to waitlist people or deny them as teachers. But I honestly do need the variety in the teachers and the classes. So Brittany has a great suggestion because I would love for this to be a class because there's so many things you can do with sublimation, and it's such a cost-effective hobby craft to get into, because you can do it with a printer literally like this. Like you can convert this over to a sublimation printer, and then you can also do like a cheap toaster oven for like $30 from Amazon or Walmart, and you can do tumblers. There's so many possibilities with it. Not right now. What? Quickly.
After the meeting, Do you think you might have enough time to watch a movie? You've never seen it before.
Okay, sure. But can we talk about it later? And we'll do a movie afterwards.
And it's nothing like you've ever seen.
Okay. Nothing like I've ever seen. Once you start, it's hard to stop. But sublimation is also really great for people who want to do more craft shows or have their own small business, because again, it's cost effective and there's so many possibilities. So yes, if anybody is really good at sublimation and wants to be a teacher, or is a teacher and also does sublimation, 10 out of 10, please go apply on our teacher application. Again, it is, I'll show y'all real quick one more time while y'all are putting more things in, because I see another one that would be a great class, and I think I might have a teacher who could teach it. Share screen. We're going to go back to our website here. All right. Click our little logo, take us back to the front. If you click these two bars right here, this little button, it's even on the phone app. You go to About Us and go to Get Involved. It does look a little bit different on the phone. The buttons aren't all at the top on the phone. So if you want to apply to be a vendor, be a volunteer, you'd have to scroll down and then click the bar. But teacher is the first one. All you have to do is go click and fill out your fun information. I do ask a lot of things, but it really, really does help me in selecting. You could, if it has like an asterisk says you have to fill it out, we don't have any social media, just put, I don't have social media. Teaching history, references are always great. You don't have to put their phone and email, but if it's at least somebody I could talk to and be like, hey, are they actually a good teacher? It's very rare that I do it, but it's also really great information for me to have as well, because I will occasionally do that if I don't know who you are, and that happens sometimes. But yeah, I've listed, I need to put more things on here, but I've listed, like I have sublimation on here, woodworking, resin, yarn arts, like all these here. I would love, love, love more classes on. And yeah, just basic information there. So I know sublimation's great. Glenn, love this idea as well. How to create a seamless file. Because there are so many options for people to, again, if you can do sublimation, you can do a seamless file on a tumbler. You can use it and you can print it off on your printer, and you can use it for things. You can do paper, but you can also, like a lot of folks have figured out how to get their own stuff printed. There's a lot of companies that are here in the US as well who will print off fabric if you have a seamless file. But you want something unique and original. So how do you make it yourself? So I think this is a great class idea. I think there's so many versions of this that can be taught as well. Like you could do it based on the software. So it could be a Procreate, which is how I do all my seamless files. You do Procreate. You could do an Adobe Illustrator one. You could do a Photoshop version. You could do one where it's talking about how to just pull and clip art and how to like move things around. There's so many options on this one. So, oh my gosh, yeah. And Canva's another great option. Roberta's right. So I think, yeah, that would be a great one as well. So again, great idea. If anybody creates seamless files and does not mind sharing the knowledge, that's what I know some folks will be like, yeah, I do that, but that's how I make my money. So no, I'm not going to share my knowledge. Funny thing is, I looked up on YouTube how to do it. So it's not trade secrets here. People share the knowledge, share the love. Mariana says bags. Always have a ton of bag classes. I love that. Bookbinding. We did that at our last Me Too in Florida, and we've done it in the past too. That's always like a popular one too when we introduce it. I think it's just because it's such a unique class, and there's so many fun things you can do with it. Painting. Always will have painting if I can. Always beg Lily to come to me. More crafting. Okay. Love the ideas. Roberta, Canva. Yep. We had Canva at Florida SME as well. Loved our teacher for that. She's wonderful. I met her at LeakyCon, which is a Harry Potter convention. And I was admiring all her sublimation work she had done. And I was talking about her graphic design, and she's a graphic design teacher and she does all that. And so she's like, I can teach a class on Canva. Yes, please. Anne-Marie, that's also a great one. We've had this in the past too before as presentation on the stage. We had a accountant who does like taxes and things like that. she came and did a class on the presentation. She did a presentation on the stage for it a couple times, and at least on how to set up your business. And it was such amazing information. She specialized in doing tax accounting for small businesses. Really great person. But yeah, having to set up your own website, and social media tips. God, yeah, I could use a class on that. Uh-oh. Oh, FedEx was driving by. I thought it was for me. I'm like, oh, good. It's not for once. Edge painting, also a class we've had in the past. Love edge painting classes. Glad to see it's still popular. So maybe we'll convince Nicole from Sonar to come back and teach it again. She taught it at Bagical, and yeah, she taught it at Bagical. And I think we've had it taught one other time in the past at a SME, I think. But Mojo Sew sponsored the edge coat paint. It was the base layer, the color, and then a top coat as well. So they got 3 like little tiny jars. They were so cute. And I got colored handled rollers that y'all use to it's like the applicator. So fun. I kept a green one for myself. Let's see. Rhinestoning, definitely agree with that. I feel like that would be really popular as well. Hey D, you should probably apply to teach that because we know you can do it. I have a very sparkly duck from D that is all rhinestoned. Social media tips, yeah. I think that's a really good one for small businesses as well. Or just in general, if you're trying to build up your social media. Yeah, edge paint was taught 22 to me. Okay, cool. I can't keep track of all the classes anymore. Nicole's class was so good. Yeah, Nicole is like very, again, all our teachers are so unique and different from each other, but Nicole's got a very like laid back type attitude and chill vibe during her classes. She's like, everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. You're going to get frustrated, but it'll be great. Anne-Marie, fancy bag straps. So like bag strap tips, because I've seen those hidden connectors. Somebody was on Patreon trying to figure it out, and it was hilarious. It was great. I'm like, good luck, because I can't figure that out. But I think that would be a great one too, because you're learning a skill, but maybe not necessarily walking away with like a completed bag. So that'd be a cool like hour and a half class. I'm loving the ideas, y'all. Bring them on. It was me. Oh, it was you, Louise. Sorry. Did you ever? I mean, you got them both on. They now look amazing. Okay, cool. It was very funny though. I enjoyed watching you do it because I was like, again, I have no idea. Oh, I love this class so much. Okay, but I think you should apply to teach this, Glenn. So how to mix and match prints, but it's not just prints. I feel like it's colors too. I mean, colors go along with this, right? Okay, so here's an example because I would need to take this class. I was trying to tap into my inner Glenn when we were doing the coffin pillowcase class. And I'm like, I don't want the same colors, but I want to have like themes of the prints. Listen, look, what is this? It's very cute. It's very cute. I love it for the project that it is. But my selection on prints was all over the place. I was trying to do a thing. I was like, oh, here I'll do Nightmare Before Christmas. And then here I'll do like a light tone random. And then I do a solid section. And then I would do spooky and then nightmare. And there was Star Wars that got chopped in half. These were so cute. I was proud of this one. I'm like, what was I thinking? So I need to take a class as well on mixing and matching prints. Because, yeah. Like rolled handles, double straps. Ooh, rolled handles. That'd be smart too. I guessed when I made mine for my boozy bag exchange, it came out okay. I was proud of myself. Could have been a lot better. Yes, Glenn, you have a talent for mixing matching. I would agree with this because when Glenn did the color blocked hoodie class at So Magical Tennessee, I was mind blown about how she thought about to put those different prints together. I would have never in a million years put some of those prints together, and without it, like, to me, I was like, oh, it'll look too busy. But no, like, you put it together and everybody's hoodies came out so cute. So I think that's a skill and an art form in itself. I think that's a really good class idea as well. Like color balancing. Yeah. It's color theory in a way, but also putting like paisley and a polka dot together, you wouldn't think work, but I feel like Glenn would figure it out somehow. But yes, keep them coming. These are fun. We've been on for 2 hours. Hi. Hopefully everybody's having a good Saturday. Okay, so we talked while y'all are still giving me your classes. Anybody else finish their sorting and find out what they are that didn't know before in the Harry Potter Hogwarts world, if you're just now joining us? Yes, Deanna, like pick a bag pattern, then show different strap style options. That's smart. Because I feel like once you learn a strap style, you can incorporate it into any bag or most bags. You just have to know how to do it. That's smart. It's almost like hacking a clothing pattern and being able to put this skirt with this top situation, but for bags. That'd be cool. A class on craft room organization tips. Ooh, with like suggestions on organization, like products and stuff. That'd be fun. I might need that. One day I'm gonna do, once I get like all these rooms set up better, I think I'm gonna do a video on my different rooms, because I think I have some interesting things that I do. Like the table I'm sitting on right now is actually an IKEA kitchen countertop. It's an island countertop, and it's MDF and wood, but it's heavy. But I got it in the scratch and dent section of IKEA. So it was only maybe $60. And I put it on top of Calix's. So then I have storage underneath. It's open underneath, so I can still store stuff under it if I want. But it's a huge cutting table. It's amazing. And then I have like the Classy Creations. Again, I'll show this maybe one day. I'm not showing it right now. It's a mess up here. But I have Classy Creations bar system. So that way I can put it on my one side and do small rolls, or I can put it on the other side and do like the big rolls, and we can cut down fabric, but also it makes it really easy to cut down class kits, which is great when we have to do so many of them. Ooh, let's see. Kristen said, I learned the tip, I think is what you meant to say. I learned the tip that if you have the yardage of anything and it's got the color dots on the selvage, you can use those dots to match other fabrics and will color. I always wondered. So I don't think that fabric has it. They don't do that on custom fabrics. Sometimes they do. You have to request it, but it costs you extra. I don't think I have. Oh, wait, maybe this one. Does this one have it? Yes, here. So like these are the dots you're talking about, Kristen. So like on the selvage, it's got like the 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got black, this red, and these 2 shades of pink. I didn't realize that. That's freaking genius. By the way, how cute is this? I'm making scrunchies right now. I have my sojo, and I've also decided I don't know. I don't make New Year's resolutions or anything like that, but I randomly will tell myself I'm going to do better about something, and I need me time. I need something to de-stress and relax, and sewing always used to be that thing for me, but I stopped making time for it because of the business and life. And so I said, I'm going to get back into sewing, but I'm going to sew to sell at these cons I'm going to where I'm promoting SME. That way I just have some products. And I'm like, I'm just going to do things that make me happy and that are simple. So like I've got a stack of scrunchies of just fabric I have laying around. Look how cute. Oh, you can't see this. There on the inside. It's a Hershey's fabric I got. Little skulls. I don't know. So anyway, but I did not know that. That's really cool. Ooh, how to write and publish patterns. That would be a good one too. And I feel like that would be a good panel rather than a class by one teacher, because I mean, we all get PDF patterns, I feel like, on this chat right now. So have you ever just been like, wow, that person does it so much differently than this other pattern designer? Because everybody seems to be self-taught, right? They all just figured it out. Because again, that's something I've never found on YouTube, which that would be a great YouTube tutorial too. But I think a panel on like, hey, what programs do you use? And when you write, do you like to write more like a textbook, or do you like to write the instructions as if you're just talking to somebody? Because I think it all kind of varies. I don't know. That would be a really good class too. Ooh, love room tours. Okay, good. Noted. I love room tours too. Sometimes I'll go down a rabbit hole on YouTube and just watch everybody's craft room tours. I'm like, oh, that's smart. I would have never thought to use something like that in that room. Yeah. Like I have a husky. Can you see that? Ooh. It's a mess right now. But I have this big old husky. And I have two of them. I take one of them to the shows. One of them stays here. But it's for all my equipment. But it has like all my tools and everything in it. Like I've got my Teflon tape. I've got paper in here. Like we have our order books and more paper and some magical Texas leftovers. Obviously we need to organize that and clean that out. But yes. Ooh, another great one, Glenn, starting a YouTube channel. I think that one would be really helpful for most people. I think it would be like starting a YouTube channel and getting to monetization. And that's because, you know, you could have like one viral video and boom, all of a sudden you've got what you need. But I think most people don't understand how freaking long it takes to get monetized and how to actually make money off YouTube. But just starting it alone can be so freaking daunting. And like the details that go into putting a video on, even doing these lives are, there's so many details because you have to have a thumbnail still like you do on YouTube and, you know, a description, but something that's gonna actually give people information and links and oh my gosh, so much. And editing, oh my gosh. So yeah, editing would be a whole nother class too. A photo box class. Okay, just to make sure I'm understanding, is it like a photo box? Here, I'm gonna not look at my messy area. Is it a photo box like the physical photo box, or is photo box an app that I'm just not aware of? Because that wouldn't surprise me. We've had a build your own photo box class in the past at SME. Kat taught that one. And it was really nifty because it was stuff you could essentially get at the dollar store. And it was really nice. I think it was a great class. I think the only downside to it was now people had a physical photo box they had to try to bring home. Luckily, again, it was cheap enough that you could throw it out and then make a new one. How to take professional pictures of your makes. Also love this class idea. Oh, okay, hold on. One sec. Physical photo box, but I love a collapsible or portable one. So would you want to know how to use it or make one? That's my next question. Because they have some pretty good collapsible ones on Amazon that are not too expensive. I have one, it folds it flat because I used to do product photography and portraiture back when Luke was little, before I started this business. And it was just something fun. I needed a creative outlet. I love photography so much. But I had like a portable photo box that I would bring with me to clients' houses to take pictures of all their products. Okay, buy one and then how to use it. Got it. I think that's a great class too, because then that could be more presentation based. Okay, back to this one. How to take professional photos you make. So I think we need to do one where we have a two-parter somehow, because we have Monica from Cast Iron Handcrafted does an amazing class on this. I don't think we had it for Florida, but we've had it for several other SMEs. And I think it's a good one to keep bringing back. But she taught you how to take photos with, she does handbags, primarily bag making, and teaches an amazing class. She literally takes people on a field trip at our location at the event, and they go around and be like, all right, if you stand here and you do this with your phone, and she teaches you how to do it all with your phone. So professional looking photos without having to have professional equipment, which is really cool. So, but I think we need a two-parter because I think we need to have one for other makes such as clothing and things like that. Although I bet you her class could translate over, but again, that's a great idea for a class. I'm loving these so much. I love everybody's creativity, and hopefully anybody who's on here who is or has been a teacher of mine or wants to be a teacher, you're getting some good ideas. Be like, I can teach that. That sounds amazing. I'd love to know how to take better pictures of my makes. Wouldn't we all? Sometimes it's so hard too, especially when you have a product that doesn't exactly want to stand up on its own, or, you know, you want to show the like inside of a bag, how to do that, or you want to get the specific area of the dress, or you don't have a model to wear the dress, but lay flats never, I'm sorry, maybe unpopular opinion, lay flats never look good for selling them, just because you can't actually see what it looks like. Oh, I'm hungry. My stomach just growled again. Any more ideas? I'm loving them. Keep them coming. I should do this post again in SME Facebook group, because we do it every now and then, and I'm always mind boggled what people say in a good way. Okay, I will ask one last question since we seem to be slowing down. This is just because it's fun and I love knowing what everybody's working on. What y'all working on right now? Anything fun? How about, oh wait, one more question. How about garment making? Georgie made an amazing coat. She showed off on Instagram. I saw that. It was so cool. I took her wax gaming class and she's a great instructor. I agree. She is an amazing instructor. I'm hoping that we see her teacher application as well. But yes, we have had garment making in the past. I would say Salty Sews is our primary person. Glenn has taught classes in the past on our color blocked hoodie. We've had other folks, Miss Pinup Miami and a couple others. So we would love more people to come and apply for clothing classes. I think now that we have sergers as rental options, hopefully we will start getting more teacher applications related to garment making. But I'm also curious, like, what type of garments would people be interested in? Of course, we always have restrictions on timing and things like that, but I love hearing what people's ideas are. Zombie Hugo purses. D, you're just saying all the classes you want to come teach. Also, by the way, I'm very excited to get my Zombie Hugo purse. If you don't know Deanna, she's one of our teachers. She teaches the resin class, and her husband, Austin, is a comic book artist and an actor, and he posted on the SME group his Kickstarter, and one of the prizes is a custom made bag from Deanna. That's a zombie bag. So I went and backed him because I just wanted the bag. And I also want to support Austin. So I think he's only got like a couple days left to meet his Kickstarter goal. So, and he's very close. So if you're interested in zombies at all, I highly suggest checking that out. Making a hopefully awesome bag with my botanical stripe fabric from Natural Nerd. Oh my gosh, I saw her fabric and I'm just mind boggled. She is so creative. And she, you know, she writes too. She has a adult book that she's writing, and it's on her website as well. So if you're into that fun stuff, I highly suggest checking it out. I've read it. It's so fun. I love it so much. I'm hoping she has like a published version so I can buy it and get it signed. I wanted her to sign it. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So question is, what's everybody working on? I'm going to go ahead and click all these. Hand sewing binding on. So hand sewing binding on for a Christmas gift. Are you doing another quilt? By the way, Brittany, are you proud of me? I quilted. For all my friends who quilt and say, and I always say, I hate it. I quilted. I mean, I didn't top quilt this, but I did it. Don't get too excited. This is the only gift I've worked on so far. Fair. I haven't worked on anything. I need to, but I'm probably not going to sew too many Christmas items. That's another great question. How many of y'all hand make your Christmas gifts? It was a question on our Patreon group too. It was like, how many folks hand make or do some sort of crafting for Christmas gifts, whether it's the bag you put it in or the actual gift itself. Working on a witch hat. Did I show you mine that I wore in the airport that I made at the Haunted retreat? Oh, I didn't talk about that yet. I should talk about that. Now I just want to wear this. I love how floppy it is too, and how you can kind of manipulate it. Like you can be like sultry. I'm gonna wear it now. We got, look, there's a little pumpkin. Okay, which way do I want? I don't remember. Oh no, I was like this. This was the front. I'll talk about this Haunted retreat, but you should share your witch hat too. Sorry. Some by Annie project classes. Ooh, fun. Which one? She's got so many patterns. Dressy leggings, like with pockets. Is this a suggestion for classes? Oh, these last two are, this is not what you're working on. You're telling me. What do we should have classes on? Dressy leggings, like with pockets. I agree. Leggings are very difficult to teach in 3 hours, but I think that would be an option to do for a 4-hour class. It's broken up into 2-hour chunks. We've done that once before and seemed to work out really well. Even though the class didn't finish. But I think breaking it up like that makes it a lot more fun. Anne-Marie said, what I'm making, finishing up rosin bags for my aerial students showcase today. Oh, that sounds so fun. I'm always amazed by your diversity and what you can teach. Necessary clutch wallet. Ugh, that wallet is the bane of my existence. Good luck. I just don't know how y'all make that thing. Then again, the last time I made it, it was on a domestic machine, which was very dumb of me. So, yeah, I saw Natural Nerd hand draws almost all her designs. It's just mind-boggling. Like how nice it looks too. Her smut round was my favorite so much. I do ornaments every year for a lot of my family members. That's amazing. I think that makes it more special too when it's handmade. Because, you know, the folks you give it to typically don't hand make anything. And they're always like, wow, you can do that? Oh, yep. I'm so proud of you. Thanks, Brittany. Appreciate you. Okay, Glenn's working. I'm going to work on an It hoodie, like the movie It. Okay, It hoodie so I can be my Halloween costume. Really, like, I mean, the fact that you're making it still is impressive because I don't think I'm doing anything. I need to, but I might just wear my spooky sewist hoodie, which is a fabric that Salty Sews ran. But it was designed by another one of our vendors. I have one stuck in my head, but it's not her. It's the other one. Hex Reject. Hex Reject did that seamless file. Ooh, maybe her or Positive Prince would be willing to do the seamless file class. Love your hat. And you wore it in the airport. I did wear it in the airport. I meant to post a picture of it. I felt ridiculous. I am not one who likes attention. And so me walking around with this thing on with green hair was very entertaining. Again, very, very mixed reactions in the airports. But the best part was my layover was in New Orleans. And I got so many positive reactions from New Orleans people. And several people asked me if I was in the parade. I go, what parade? Apparently there was some Halloween parade that was going on. I was like, nope, I'm just my layover. Louise, I don't blame you. The necessary clutch wallet. It's not even, most of it goes together super easy and super fast, super quick, not hard at all. It's that last part where you got to stitch down where it all comes together. Nope. No, thank you. I don't even want to do it on my industrial. I mean, Siren's my 1341. She's my cylinder arm. That was custom painted by Sam from Sunny Sewing Machine. He said no, he's not doing custom painting. But I feel like Siren could handle it. And it might be okay. Anyway, sorry, I sidetracked in my brain because I was sitting there thinking, so for So Magical Expo Florida and Tennessee next year, we're doing again a walking foot sewing machine sponsored by Sewing Machine as the raffle prize, like the top tier one. However, Sam is cooking up something special for, I believe, the Florida So Magical. I think he's gonna do, I don't even know. We started talking about it, and then his ideas got worse and worse in a great way. So we'll see how that pans out, but it might be a custom painted industrial sewing machine as the raffle. I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not, or tell it, but I did. Oops. Perk of coming on Wine and Chat on a Saturday. I make handmade gifts every year, but I've narrowed my recipients to those who seem to actually really appreciate it. That's smart. As long as you know who they are, right? Finishing my projects from Florida to me. Aw, I'm glad, Kathy. Okay, Kristen, same. Okay. Hi, Jess. I owe you an email ASAP. I'm going to get it out today, probably tomorrow. I've been popping in and out all morning. Your drink is coffee. Favorite part is me. Hugs. Making right now earrings. I like how you answered all my top questions. You didn't say what classes you want to see at SME, though. I don't know. What are you going to apply to teach? If y'all don't know, Jess from So Many Creations has been one of our SME teachers. She also taught at So Bagical. And she, I believe, is going to be teaching at another fun event for next year. So I'm very excited to have Jess as our returning teacher. I love all my teachers. Y'all are amazing. Thanks, Anne-Marie. I'm feeling very witchy right now. I love it. Maybe I'll just wear this today. My Oogie Boogie Spirit jersey. It matches my nails too. Although somebody was like, it's Frankenstein. Here, look at this one. There's no mess ups on this one. already. Somehow I managed to like chip the black. I don't know how. Hi, Jess. Hi, Brittany. Me avoiding attention? Yes. Kayla, use rivets. For the necessary clutch wallet? I never thought about that. Do you not have trouble getting it in the cam press, though? I guess you could use a hand press. That's genius, Kathy. Maybe I'll attempt another unnecessary clutch wallet now. Ugh. My first exchange at SME was a necessary. I remember when that was an exchange. I'm like, y'all sure? We're never going to get enough people who make this. No, there's so many people. Rivet the sides like Okaroos does. I don't know why I never thought of that. I have class ideas. Don't worry. Jess will be teaching the Alice. LOL. Cam press. Okay, y'all use your cam press? That's impressive. Okay. Maybe I'll try it again. Maybe I'll try it one more time. Look, I'm a sucker for a live sale. I don't know about y'all. I'm like, maybe I'll do a live sale, because if I buy this much off of Facebook live sales, then other people will. So when Zorel had their live sale a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, maybe, I went ham and I bought a bunch of stuff. And she was selling her kits from previous shows. So this is a bow fanny kit. Look how cute it is. Little spiders. So I went crazy. I bought a bunch. So I have to make all these first because I need them for the shows I'm doing, the Comic-Cons and stuff, such. I also I don't know. I had a template I made for a coffin shape on my laser back when I was trying to figure out how to use my laser. It's very dirty. Ignore it. But I cut out a bunch of vinyl pieces and I'm trying to make little totes. I started making one last night. Again, not going off of a pattern, and I put the straps in wrong and it's very funky looking. but it's okay. It was my tester. And so now I'm going to do other ones. I'll try the necessary clutch wallet with rivets if you do, Kayla. All right, maybe we'll have like a live sew along one day. Watch Kayla fail at the NCW. It'll be great. But yes, I have to make a bunch of these. I also have a class kit from Jess that I need to make. I have the olive handbag that was taught at So Bagical. And I have the Bo Fanny ones too. Literally so many Star Wars. So I'm hoping people really like Star Wars at the show. That'd be great. So, all right. Any questions? We went over all 8 events that we have currently lined up for next year. With when they're going to drop more information and what's coming next and all that fun stuff. So I'd love to try the necessary clutch wallet with y'all live. Okay. I might do this. Maybe I'll get, who does it where they do, there was a whole necessary clutch wallet live back-to-back situation. What was it? New Year's Eve or something like that this past year? Is it Lauren that started it? But there was like a ton of YouTubers. Maybe I'll get one of the experienced YouTubers, experienced bag makers to come on and sit and help me and talk me through it because I do better that way. Lauren, Brittany, and a bunch over New Year's Eve. Okay, thank you, Kristen. How many did you agree to make from your live sale? Okay, so if I do the live sale, it would be So Magical fabric and swag and stuff. And it would be like VIP shirts from previous years and VIP bags and tumblers. It wouldn't be anything I make because my stuff is not. No. Just no. I'll save those for the con. Lauren does it every New Year's Eve. Lauren started it. It's now a Greek. Lauren does it New Year's Eve. Okay. Is now the group. Okay, got it. All right. So yeah, maybe we'll do a live and y'all can laugh along with me. Maybe we'll like have everything prepped and interfaced and then we'll do a live. Oh gosh. Okay. I mean, it'll make me make one again if y'all say you want to do a live. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to do more lives, not necessarily wine and chats where it's interview style, but maybe just more lives in general while I'm working. We did one when Sarah was here and we were both working and prepping for SME. So maybe something like that. Marathon Society. Thank you. That's who it is, Louise. It's now. Okay, got it. Yeah, I saw they were doing the different patterns over a couple weeks. I got to watch a couple of them. They're so good. I love it. It's great body doubling YouTube, especially when you don't want to put an actual movie on. Trying to think what else was I missing. Again, any questions about any of the events for next year or the December cruises this year? We will get the swag shop back open hopefully next week. But retail fabric is already up. Duckies, sticker books, vinyl. I think that's it. Yeah, it's just our apparel that's not on there just yet. And when I open the apparel, if you're on Patreon, we will reopen the Patreon joggers. I do want to caveat though, our spirit jerseys, our supplier is not really running them anymore in most of the colors, including the black glitters. So if you're wanting a spirit jersey, whatever quantity I have up on the website is what I have. And it's highly unlikely that I will get any more of them until I'm trying to find another supplier with the same exact spirit jersey. Let me rephrase it. It's the actual like manufacturer is not making it anymore. So I'm trying to find another manufacturer of the spirit jersey to be able to buy. And if you don't have one, they're very lightweight. They're not like the Disney ones, like this one, where it's a little bit thicker. This one's t-shirt material. This is probably one of the lighter ones I own, but a lot of them are kind of thick. These are very lightweight. Yeah. So the The black sparkly long sleeve spirit jerseys. Yeah, those, they are not running anymore. I can only get them in like small and extra small maybe. So what I have in stock is what I have in stock until I can find somebody else. So when I put that back up, if you want it, grab it. Because there's no guarantee. I'm trying to find also like another equivalent to it. And I'm trying to get more tank tops in, but tank tops can be very finicky with designs. So we're playing around with that a little bit too. And I might introduce a fourth jogger color. Yes, fourth. Because we have black, gray, mauve. Fourth. Yeah. Lilac is special for Patreon members only. So if you want the lilac joggers that say So Magical Expo and Patreon on it, you have to be a Patreon. I'm planning on attending Tennessee for this first time. Unfortunately, Forest Meets falls on the same weekend. Austin Formula 1 race. Axel. Oh my gosh, it is you, Alex. Hi, Alex. I didn't recognize your YouTube name. But then you said Axel and I are attending the race religiously every year. So Tennessee. Yay. Well, I'm glad you're at least making it to one. It's hilarious. It's not the one that you're local to. But yay, I'm glad y'all are still coming. I love that you've brought more of your family into it too. Now you got to get the rest of the kids, like all of them. Just bring them all in. All right. Well, if nobody else has any more questions, I hope y'all enjoyed this wine and chat. We will start doing more wine and chats back with vendor spotlights. And then once we get teachers, we'll do vendor or teacher spotlights. And then I think I'm going to try to do some random lives here and there, such as, I guess we're doing a necessary clutch wallet. So long. Please don't go off of my directions during the video. I'm going to be watching somebody else's YouTube video while I'm making it. It'll be great. But yes, thank you for joining. I hope y'all have an amazing Halloween weekend, my favorite weekend of the year. I can't wait to see y'all soon. Please feel free to message our email, support@sewmagicalexpo.com if you have any questions. Again, about 2 to 3 days turnaround to answer emails. And if you don't hear from us, poke us again, because sometimes things don't go through. Gosh, I can't think of anything else, but appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I will talk to y'all real soon. Bye.